What's up, guys? Evan Z here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by again. Today, we got some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 footage. Nothing special, just some footage I recorded earlier today because I'm not that great at Call of Duty. So we just threw in some random footage. But today, I got a more of a personal topic to talk about because I've been realizing a lot of my commentaries are more or less about news lately. So I decided to throw a personal one in there. I was thinking, what can I tell people about? What would people be somewhat interested in? And I started thinking about a commentary I watched about 2 days ago, I think it was, from xTheBromann, who's also another Vectra partner, or part of the Vectra partnership. I'll link his video in the description, about his first kiss he ever had. And as I was watching it, I was thinking about mine and how that all went, and I felt like I would tell you guys about it. But I'm going to go one up from telling about just the kiss, and speaking about entirely the first girlfriend I ever had, because it's a pretty weird experience, especially whenever I think back to it now. It's one of the best experiences of my life and definitely one of the worst also. So it basically starts back in about 8th grade, which was when I want to say probably 13. I don't know for sure, but it was about 13. And there was a girl I met who had just transferred to our school, and she was, she was a girl. So I was like, hey, what's up? And I talked to her, and I ended up being friends with her for, I want to say, probably a year. And then eventually I was able to break the friend zone, and I was able to go out with her. And back in junior high, when people in our school went out, it was more or less holding hands and things like that, and all the lovey-dovey without the actual lovey-dovey, if you know what I mean. So I wasn't going into it expecting much or prepared for very much. And what I found out pretty quickly is that she was much more experienced than I was. She came from a lot, I guess, worse of a background. She grew up in a lower neighborhood than mine. It was more or less government housing, which is basically when your family can't afford a house, so the government gives you a house because they don't want you on the streets. Michigan living. And she lived there. She grew up with just, not the best type of guys, and she was only 14 or 15 and already knew how to do everything. And I was this chunky, white, nerdy kid who had never even held hands with a girl before, so it wasn't really the best match. But it turned out well for me. It turned out bad for me. But in the end, I guess it made me a better person, so it was worth doing. So because of the fact that I was basically more of a laid-back guy when it comes to relationships, and she was very, 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 very forward, I was pressured extremely into first kiss and all that kind of stuff, because I had no idea what it was. She knew what it all was. She wanted what it all was, and I wanted no part of that because I was scared as shit. So I want to say maybe 3 months into going out with her, which, because of me being the white nerdy kid I was really just hanging out and going for walks and holding hands and all the, the action, if you know. It was super great, super exciting. And there was one day where we went to go see a movie, and because I was scared, she would basically pressure me, be like, why don't you kiss me? Why can't we kiss? And all that kind of stuff. And I was just scared as shit, to be, totally honest. So I would always chicken out of it. So we were at the movies one day, and we're basically just sitting there watching the movie, and she basically, I don't know how to explain it, she jumps out of her seat onto my lap, just face to face, which was scary as shit. I was not ready for it at all, especially being the kind of kid I was. A girl on my lap was a surreal experience, and she basically started kissing me. So my first kiss was not my first kiss. It was being forced upon a kiss, which is weird, but it got me over the fear of kissing pretty quickly. Like pulling off a Band-Aid, you don't want to do it slow, you just rip it off. It's basically how it went for me. So now I'm not really scared of that kind of stuff, and it worked out well for me. But things kind of went downhill from there. I always got to do a little bit of fun stuff. Kissing became a common thing, and somehow the movies seemed to be a place to try all this stuff. So if you guys ever go to a movie, and there's not many people there, and there's a group of, a guy and a girl in the top corner, they could be doing some of the stuff we were doing. And it was experimental. It was weird. There was, how could I put it? I'd go first, what is first base kissing? I don't know. we didn't make it home plate, but we got pretty far. So it was weird and it was different, and I don't think most people have had girlfriends like that, especially their first girlfriend, where she was really the dude in the relationship, to be entirely honest. It's not really that way for me anymore, but the first time it went down, she was very frontal. I was terrified. By the end, I was not. By the end, I was so stoked every single time I went to see a movie because it meant fun times were coming and it was going to be a great day. And it was super exciting. I'm laughing just thinking about it. But by the end, things ended up going downhill because, like I said, she grew up in a little bit worse of an area. She was involved with a lot worse of people. And she started getting into some narcotics, which even till today, I'm not really with. I'm not for. I'm not against. But I don't want to be personally involved with someone that's involved with that kind of thing. So it ended up ending there. But it was still a weird relationship. I thought you guys might want to hear about it. And I'm kind of just dumbfounded after talking about it because I haven't thought about it for a long time because I kind of just pushed it out of my brain so I can forget about it. It's not the part of my life that I really want to remember, but it's not terrible. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. Let me know how your first girlfriend went, or, if you haven't had one, good luck with it. Just try it. It's better than not doing anything, because then you just end up lonely. Give it a shot, but if you have had a girlfriend or your first kiss, let me know how it went down in the comments below. If you don't really want to share, feel free to PM me. If you don't even want to share with me, fuck you. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.